Hello everyone. In the series of learning database management system, our today's topic is introduction to transaction. So in this topic we are going to discuss about transaction, what exactly is transaction and what it does and why it is important. So transaction is a collection of operation that form a single logical unit of work. So we can say it's a set of instruction that perform some logical work, or in OS you can call it as a job or task. Same thing is transaction. In few books you can get this definition as well. A transaction is a unit of program execution that accesses and possibly update various data items. So when this set of instructions executes, it does some work, and ultimately the data item will get updated or modified. For example, in the initial state, let us suppose my bank balance is 100 rupees. Now it is again very important point to remember that whenever a transaction it happens on a consistent database. So we are saying my database is consistent and the initial state is my bank balance is 100 rupees. Now few instructions I have to execute. So what is happening? I'm reducing my bank balance by 10 rupees. 10 rupees are deducted from my account. And then my account balance should again come to a consistent state. So 100 out of 100, 10 rupees got deducted and my account balance is now 90 rupees. That is my final state. So these are the set of instructions which occurred, and these three instructions are transaction because they performed some work and the data item got updated. A logical unit of work is done by these set of instructions. That's why they are known as transaction. A transaction is a logical unit of work that must be either entirely completed or aborted. Now, this will never happen that money get reduced from my account and didn't credit it to any other account. It will never happen. So all the instructions should get executed. You cannot tell at least my transaction executed first step, it's okay, two instruction it didn't executed, that's okay. Or at least money is deducted from your account, so what, you are not getting other instruction executed. That will never happen. Either a complete transaction, that means all three steps will get executed, otherwise it will be completely aborted. So either all or nothing. Transaction access data using two operation. Now these two are very important operation. Every transaction we will use this. So first is read and second is write. Now read, it transfer the data item X from database to a local buffer belonging to the transaction that is executed the read operation. So I hope you know this, that we our data is stored in the database. There will be a main memory. So whenever we want any data item, it get transferred to the local buffer by read operation. Fine. So read operation will transfer the data item on which you want to perform the execution. That data item will locally temporarily store in the local buffer. Write X, it transfer the data item X from local buffer to the transaction that executed the write back to the database. So what write does from local buffer, again after execution, it transfer or it write back the values to the database. Let's understand this entire thing with the help of an example. So here we have a transaction to transfer 100 rupees from account A to account B. So what we have to do, we need to debit account A by 100 rupees and then credit account B by 100 rupees. And then we will say that this transaction is done. So to start this process, we first have to check the balance of account A. Fine. So that is done by read operation. So as you can see here, read A. So what this read will do, this will read the value of A. So A has come to local buffer, which is the temporary buffer that exists in the memory. From database, the value of A will come to local buffer. So let us suppose that the initial value of A is 300. In account A, we are having 300 rupees. And after performing this second instruction, what we are doing here, we are reducing the amount. A is debited by 100 rupees. So after performing this second instruction, A will be 200 with 100 rupees debited, right? And then we will write it back to the account balance of A, which is now 200. Fine. So what this write is doing, from local buffer again to the database, it's updating the value of A, which is now 200. After that, we have to credit the amount in account B. So in the fourth step, if you can see here, in the fourth step, we are reading B. So what will happen now? B, account balance of B will, we will read. So let us suppose the current balance of B is 500 rupees. So we credit rupees 100 to B account, and then we will write the amount in the database. So what happened? 500 plus 100, because the amount was reduced from A, that amount is added here, and again we are writing the amount in the database. So account balance of B is now 600. So this entire sequence of instruction is known as transaction. So this entire sequence, all these 6 instructions, is known as transaction. And to achieve this transaction of transferring 100 rupees from account A to account B, all these 6 instruction has to execute. Then only we will get the desired result. Now, there are mainly 2 issues which we have to deal with. Um, First issue is various type of failures like hardware failure and system crash. So problem is there is no guarantee that all the instruction will execute. So as you have seen in the previous example, if all 6 steps, or if all these 6 steps will execute, then only the amount will transfer from A to B. Because as I have told you, that transaction, either it will completely happen or it will fully aborted. We cannot say like amount is reduced from account A but it is not credited to account B, so my partial transaction happen. There is no such thing. Either if the amount is reducing from A, it should come to B, or nothing will happen at all. So what is the guarantee that there will be no failure and all the instruction will execute? What if in between our disk will fail, or system will crash, or there is any kind of hardware failure occur? Then what will happen to the database state? Then what will happen to the consistency of the database? That's a major issue. And second issue is concurrent execution of multiple transaction, because we need to perform multiple transaction concurrently. For example, just suppose I went for a shopping, and after shopping I purchased something, and I am paying the bill from my debit card or credit card. And at the same time, many other people are also doing the transactions. Some operations they are doing with their respective accounts. Other people also are paying. Fine. Now, and maybe from database side also at the same time maybe some operations are happening. For example, um, maybe my EMI date from database get reduced, debited on the same time, or I get some kind of interest on my FD or RD at the same time. So all these things are happening concurrently. All these transaction executes concurrently. Means all are independently executing using same processor. Means it will affect the database because ultimately it's happening on the same database, right? But they are achieving the correct result at the same time. So, while all these concurrent transactions are going on, how do we ensure that after so much of concurrency, transaction will still give the correct result without any inconsistency? These are the two major issue. And so because of these two issue, we are going to study transaction management system. So that's the reason why we have to study transactions. I hope this is clear. This is it for today's session. Thank you very much.